Welcome back, friends. It's your boy Johnny Rogers. You may remember me from the different creepypastas I've done for this channel, but today I'll apply my comedic talent to bring you the top 10 gaming creepypastas busted. With so many scary stories involving haunted video games, we thought it would be fun to do a parody version of creepypastas and find the funny bone in horror. Also known as Creepypastas, they originated with Slowbeefs' House of Horror, which was a series where he would read terrible creepypastas in a very sarcastic tone. For this video, I'll be doing something similar, except I'll take some of the top 10 creepypastas, build them to a scary point, and then point out how logic proves them to be fake. Number 10. Lavender Town Syndrome. This is a very well-known creepypasta involving the song that plays in the Pokemon game when users reach Lavender Town. It was rumored that nearly 200 children committed suicide due to the tone affecting their minds. My first thought when reading this, it was something that I would have done to my little brother so that he would be too scared to play my Game Boy Color. Also, 200? Really? Perhaps there was a spike that coincidentally aligned with the release of the game, but 200 is a bold claim. Plus, blaming a video game instead of pointing out mental illness, depression, and bad parenting is just wrong. Busted. Number 9. Followed. This was a Fortnite creepypasta about a gamer who used Fortnite to help with his mental health after being in a car accident. He keeps seeing a rabbit with a ski mask in real life, which sounds adorable, number 1, but the player believes it's someone named the Bunny Man trying to kill him. And after playing in a solo match, he gets down to just one player named Frank, who he believes is the Bunny Man. Frank keeps saying, "I dare you to kill me," which could just be great trolling for a video game, especially considering the kid was out of ammo in the game. He then is said to see the Bunny Man in his living room, which causes him to have a heart attack. Again, if my little brother was seeing a rabbit with a ski mask, I would have definitely snuck up wearing a mask just to scare him. That's busted. Number 8. Blood Brothers. This was a Call of Duty creepypasta that I did about two half-brothers who were aspiring to become live stream gamers. Their father favored the one brother so much over the other it was ridiculous. He would buy him every new console, new video games, and all the equipment he needed to stream, while the other brother got the shaft and was stuck on older consoles like some sort of millennial Cinderella, except his glass slipper was spiking his father and brother's G Fuel with rat poison. The weird thing about this story is that it's from his perspective, not someone telling the story like, yo, lock this guy up. He admitted to murdering his family on a creepypasta wiki page. If he wanted to get back at them, he could have just easily put laxatives in their drinks. Then they would have made crappy pastas in their pants. Busted. Number 7. Hidden Mod. After a player used a mod to alter his prestige in Call of Duty, he clicks on a different mod called prestige.mod, with the I in prestige being replaced with the number 1. Then his game goes crazy and he gets a cryptic message saying, "Ghosts coming. Ooh, scary stuff." Sounds like something a troll would have put into the code to mess with hackers. Then he gets a knock at his door and it's a head. Well, it's not a real head, it's like a mannequin. And don't want to get too crazy with this story, am I right? Then it's all capped off with him being banned. Scary for him, amazing for everyone else who doesn't cheat while playing COD. Busted. Number 6. Don't play track 1. This is the story of a gamer who buys a Dreamcast along with Sonic Adventure, and for some reason he decides to put the game in his CD player, which he then says causes his speakers to leak mercury. Like, stop. I've never ever heard of a speaker that contains mercury. I'll continue though. He actually tries to put the disc back into the Dreamcast, but obviously he gets error messages. Then he does what every rage quitter does and he smashes the disc. He then continues to wake up in a cold sweat after having nightmares of nearly drowning in mercury. Well, guess what, kids? If you're drinking too much G Fuel and have a poor diet, you'll sweat a ton in your sleep. Should've had a V8. Busted. Number 5. Games of Hell. This Call of Duty creepypasta was about a gamer who entered into a custom game on the map Vacant. He said he could smell burning flesh, and he also said that every time he killed a player, it sounded like they were being stabbed. Plus, he had prestige 5 times after the game, apparently 1 for each soul he took while playing the game. His mom then busts through the door to say that he had been in there for 5 days. Kids, if you lock yourself in your room and play COD for 5 days straight, that smell of burning flesh is probably your eyes melting from staring at a screen for that long. The players who sound like they're being stabbed is the same sound anyone makes when they're killed by a camper like yourself. And of course, you're going to prestige 5 times you've been playing COD for 120 hours. That's busted. Number 4, The Whisperer. This Fortnite scary story is another reason why parents need to keep an eye on their kids playing video games. games. It's about a boy named Timmy, classic name, who after having no friends who want to play Fortnite with him, he meets a user on a PlayStation community board who says he's the best at Fortnite, except he spelt it Fortnight. Red flag, Timmy. The dude turns out to be a 31-year-old man who happens to live in his neighborhood. Of course the guy is awful, and Timmy ends up blocking him. He then apparently receives creepy voice messages from the guy saying that he shouldn't have done that. Right there, he should have yelled stranger danger and called his parents. Instead, he just has a long text conversation with his friend and tells him about this psycho. He even scares his friend by saying the guy was in his house, but don't worry, the neighbor knocked him out, so it's all good now. He then tells the friend to come over and play Fortnite. Ah, the old playing the victim card for friendship or whatever. Shame on you, Timmy. That one's busted. Number 3, seeing things. Here's another one of those scary stories where the person writing the story is also the person who dies in the end. If I ever die from a video game, I doubt I'd want to come back as a ghost to write a creepypasta. In this story, a boy named Nathan loses a close friend to cancer and begins seeing him everywhere and even hearing his voice in his headset. His parents believe this traumatic event caused him to become a paranoid schizophrenic. The ghost author, says he was in the therapist's office when his friend's ghost told him to jump out the window or something so that they could be together. I highly doubt that if a therapist had a paranoid schizophrenic in his office, he would just allow him to slowly walk up and go to the window, open it, get on his hands and knees, and jump out, and at no point try to stop him. That one's busted. And at number 2, Ben Drowned. This is a pretty famous creepypasta with many story arcs about a haunted version of the Zelda game Majora's Mask. Apparently the gist of the story is that the game is super messed up. It's a hack copy. It happens all the time. And on top of that, the player believes a ghost by the name of Ben is responsible in making his computer do crazy things like closing out his windows, moving his mouse, turning off his computer. Sounds like this guy just got hacked in general. You need to update your security, pal. Plus, have you ever heard of remote desktop access programs? They're programs that allow people to control your computer from different locations. So that one is busted. Lastly, at number 1, Sonic.exe. And this is a legendary creepypasta and I'm ready to throw some shade at it. First flaw is there's several different stories involving the game Sonic.exe. Second, it's clearly a hacked version of the game that this kid just found, and as a result he begins believing that Sonic is trying to kill him in real life or looking directly at him from the screen. And this is a common theme for creepypastas, the idea that the character is staring right at them. This is actually an optical illusion. It's a way of creating art called linear perspective, a technique that uses a single point as the focus, and in linear perspective all lines in the painting go to a common point. It's the same reason why railroad tracks appear to vanish in the distance and create the impression of depth and distance. As for seeing things, well, you may just want to lay off the scary video games, kids. That one's busted. And that has been the top 10 gaming creepypastas busted. Make sure to click the playlist on the screen for more videos like this one. Hit that thumbs up button if you chuckled at a few of these. I know I did. Make sure to subscribe as well so you know when we post our newest videos, and let us know down in the comments whether or not we should do a part 2 for this video. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.